In this video, I'm going to show you how you can show custom user fields inside the user profile of WordPress. So before we go and have a look at that user profile, let's have a look at the custom fields that we'll be using. In this case, I'm using a plugin called Registration Magic. And on the registration form, we've added some custom fields which are then linked to the user's profile. So let's have a look at those fields. So here we are in the form setup, and you'll see that we've added 4 custom fields, 3 of which are text and 1 of which is a radio button. Let's have a look at the setup. If we have a look, we'll just have a look at the name and then how we've linked that to the user profile. So pretty standard, the label, the placeholder text, and then if I scroll down to the advanced settings, you'll see that I've asked for the field to be allocated as a new user meta key, and in this case we've called it custom field 1, 2, 3, and 4. It will display in the front-end user area and will also allow the users to edit the field after submission. Right, those settings are in place, so we're going to head back to the main interface, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at that user. If I go and have a look at that user inside WordPress, and I go and have a look at demo user who has already registered, you'll see that none of those custom fields appear in the profile. So as I scroll down, you'll notice that there are some custom entries which are linked to the registration magic submission forms, but the actual custom fields are not showing in the user profile, and that's ideally what I would like to show. Let's go and have a look at that on the front end of the website, that form. So if I go and have a look at that form, let's refresh this page. And you'll see that we have a register form. Here you can see the register form, and I have the custom field 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the email address. What we can do now is call that custom entry 1. Let's go custom 2, custom 3, and let's make that choice the choice of 4. We'll submit those details. This is the form being submitted by somebody already logged in, but the same form would be used for somebody who is registering. We'll head over to submissions, which then is the user profile, and we'll be able to see those entries linked to that user. So here we are on the user profile page, and you can see that we have the custom field entry 1, 2, 3, and choice number 4. Let's head back then to the backend inside WordPress, and let's go and have a look at that user. So we'll head back to the user, and we'll look at the demo user. Here we are on the user profile, and you'll see that we still don't have any of those fields reflecting on the user profile within WordPress. So in order to make that happen, I am going to make use of custom fields, advanced custom fields. We're going to create a new user group. Let's add a new user group, and we're going to call that custom user fields. And we're now going to create the fields with the same name as the meta field that we created. So as a quick refresher, you'll remember we created the custom fields and gave the name custom field 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to head back now to our user group, and we'll create them custom 1. And we're going to make them all text fields. Add field, custom field 2, add field, custom field 3, and custom field 4. So there we've created the custom fields. Now we need to allocate to the user page. So we will say that current user is equal to, and we will say viewing backend. So current user is equal to viewing backend, and we will publish that custom field group. What that now means is that when I go and look at that user profile, and I go to demo, you'll see that those custom fields are now visible inside the user's profile. Now if I scroll down, you will see that we have custom fields 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you'll remember that the custom field 4 was actually a radio button. So we're putting through the selected field, but if I wanted to edit the choices that the customer made from the admin area, I could do that too. So I would then head back to the custom field group. I would go back to custom user fields, head over to custom field 4, which we know is a radio button. I would then scroll down to radio button, update. Now I can head back to that user. And now when I scroll down, you'll see that custom field 4 isn't showing any value. So in order for those values to show, we need to just link up the choices. So we'll head back to our custom fields. And in the choices, we will go choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. We can update. Head back to the user. And now you'll see that when we scroll down that we have the choices, and we see here that choice 4 is selected. And if we were to go and look at that on the front end, we would see that choice 4 is selected. So this is where the user would come in and they can see their entries here and they correspond. If the user was going to change the entry, in this case we've allowed them to make that adjustment on when they've logged into their profile. I can then edit the submission. If I was now to change that to choice number 2, that to choice number custom 1, make that 5, let's make that 10, and I was to update these fields and then head back to the user profile and refresh the page, you'll see that those entries have changed and now correspond once again. So the easiest way to link up those user custom fields with your admin area within WordPress is to use advanced custom fields, and then just to map the fields, and then inside advanced custom fields select that the page be visible inside the user profile, and then the fields will appear with the name of the field group grouped together. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching.